watch Silk Spectre, and she fights like a man, and she's, you know, she's a strong, powerful woman. She just has no mercy, and once it's sort of like a red flag, you know, it just goes off, and she gets a thrill out of it. She gets a kick out of it.
He got the name because when he was growing up, Hollis Mason was the Night Owl 1 in the original, in the graphic novel, which is the Minutemen. You find out that Dan had written Hollis, and Hollis sort of became his mentor, and he wrote to him and asked if he could carry on the name.
Who murdered Hollis Mason?
You know, you're always sort of battling, am I Night Owl, am I Dan? And the reality is you're playing Dan who's playing Night Owl. It's not like all of a sudden he's this different person. He's Dan at his best, at his strongest, but he's Dan under there.
Margarita?
Mother, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Why do you always call me mother when you're mad?
Her life has been filled with resentment, relationship after relationship, from the comedian to her mother to Dr. Manhattan. It's just so much resentment that builds up, and I think that's what fuels her in her fights.
Didn't want to disappoint Mother. Wanted her little girl to be just like her.
I wasn't as excited after the first week of personal training. I was kind of going, what did I get myself into?
Ready and action!
The stunt coordinator and all his team, you know, they started training me, and of course when they do things it looks amazing, and it was really frustrating because I wanted so badly for it to look really good, and I didn't want to have my stunt double do it. I wanted to do it.
Just the genre point of view, they needed to have a guy who had the ship. The design of the ship, I think, is very faithful to the comic. When I walked in it the first time, I was just blown away. It's unbelievable, the detail in there. So every time I sort of get in there, I sort of need somebody to come over and like help me out. So I'm just not look like I'm pushing buttons here. Okay, what works, what doesn't work, what can I hit?
Everyone please stay where you are, try to remain calm. We're gonna get you out of there.
I mean, I could sit in there, and I have, for hours.